On this vote, the yeas are 256, the nays are 164. The bill is passed. Without objection, the motion to reconsider is laid on the table.
The president fully supports the 702 and was happy to see that it passed the House today, but he does have some overall concern with the FISA program more generally. The president doesn't feel that we should have to choose between protecting American citizens and protecting their civil liberties. He wants to do both.
It's one thing to spy on foreigners in foreign lands, and that's what the FISA Act is supposed to do. We actually will reauthorize it. That's part of our reform. We reauthorize spying on foreigners in foreign lands. But millions of Americans are accidentally or incidentally collected in this database, and we don't want people willy-nilly just looking into this database without a warrant.
Well, the FISA extension of 702, the amended FISA, passed the House today. The vote was 256 to 164. Now heads to the Senate. One of the people possibly standing in the way there is Senator Paul. We'll see how that develops, but it has to be passed by the end of next week. What about this? It was an interesting day on this issue and others. We'll start there. Let's bring in our panel. Fox News senior judicial analyst, Judge Andrew Napolitano. Mara Liasson, national political correspondent, National Public Radio, and Matt Schlapp, contributor with The Hill. Judge, I'll start with you because you started this morning on Fox and Friends, and you said this about all of this.
I'm scratching my head. I don't understand why Donald Trump is in favor of this. His woes began with unlawful foreign surveillance and unconstitutional domestic surveillance of him before he was the president of the United States, and now he wants to institutionalize this. Mr. President, this is not the way to go. Spying is valid to find the foreign agents among us, but it's got to be based on suspicion and not an area code.
A short time later, on Twitter, the president tweeted, House votes on controversial FISA Act today. This is the act that may have been used with the help of discredited and phony dossier to so badly surveil and abuse the Trump campaign by the previous administration and others. Short time later, about an hour and a half, with that being said, I have personally directed the fix to the unmasking process since taking office, and today's vote is about foreign surveillance of foreign bad guys on foreign land. We need it. Get smart. He obviously was watching.
He obviously was watching. It's flattering to know that he was watching. He's stated many times that he watches that show, and I'm a regular on it on Tuesdays and Thursdays. I've also been railing against the FISA law since it was first enacted because it permits federal agents to spy on Americans. This one is the worst of all because it permits the FBI to have access to the database and to use it in criminal prosecutions. That's an end run around the Fourth Amendment. When the British government did this to the colonists, we took up arms against them. This is the most serious violation of the civil liberties of law-abiding, innocent Americans since the Alien and Sedition Acts punished speech.
702, there were some inaccuracies in his tweets. The 702 deals with the emails and what they're getting from Google and AT&T and that sort of thing, and they can look at it if an American is involved in going after a foreign suspect.
Yes. 702 is one of many authorities. There are many, many authorities available to the NSA to engage in domestic surveillance. This is just one of them. But the most pernicious part is what I just mentioned, because for the first time, the FBI can now lawfully go in there and pull criminal evidence from the intelligence surveillance.
The politics of this, however, first of all, the intel community will tell you that this is crucial for them, they say. Two, the administration has been pushing for the reauthorization for months. And then this tweet sent people's hair on fire this morning.
Look, to quote the president, that being said,